Hello everyone. Today we are going to dive into Kant's categorical imperative. But first, I want to thank you for the feedback last week. In the final version, I've added specific examples from healthcare and engineering to make the theory much clearer. Now let's explore why honesty isn't just a policy, it's a fundamental duty. Before we get into the detail, we need to change how we think about right and wrong. Most people look at consequences like will we get caught or will this save money? But for Kant, morality is all about your motive. It's not about what happened after you act. It's about why you act in this first place. This brings us to deontology. It sounds like a big word, but it simply means the study of duty. Kant argues that as rational human beings, we are bound by moral laws. Think of this way: an action is right if you follow a moral rule, regardless of the outcome. Whether the truth makes you look good or gets you in trouble, your duty remains the same because the truth has intrinsic value. You do it because it's right, not because it's convenient. To understand this, we look at three pillars. First, reason. Morality must be logical. If an action is logically inconsistent, it's wrong. Second is autonomy. We are not robots. We have the power to give ourselves moral laws and follow them. Universality. If you do something, you must be okay with everyone else doing it too, all the time. Kant's first test is the universal law. He says, only act on a rule that you will want to become a global law. Let's take an engineering example. Imagine an engineer falsifying safety data to save a project's budget. If every engineer did that, the very idea of safety certificate would become a joke. No one would trust a bridge again. The act of lying actually destroys the system that makes the lie effective in the first place. This is what we call a contradiction in conception. Your maximum or rule might be I will fudge the numbers to save my career, but if everyone lies, truthful reports cease to exist. If there are no truthful reports, you cannot use a fake one to trick anyone. The logic falls apart. Lying is essentially a way of making yourself an exception to a rule, which is irrational. Next is the humanity formula. This is about respect. Kant says we must treat people as ends in themselves, never merely as a means or a tool. When we fudge the numbers, we are using our clients or bosses as tools to secure our own jobs. We are stealing their autonomy because we are giving them fake information, preventing them from making a real, rational choice. That is a direct violation of their humanity dignity. Let's look at healthcare. In drug trials, a successful result might bring fame or profit, what counts cause an apparent good. But honesty and patient safety are real good. If a researcher hides side effects to get a drug approved, they are using the patients as lab rat for their own career. From a Kantian perspective, this is a massive ethical failure because it treats human life as a secondary concern to professional success. So let's pause and recap. We have seen that integrity isn't just a nice to have preference, it's a 100% categorical duty. Whether you are building bridges or testing medicines, deception fails the test of logic and it fails the test of respect. You cannot build a professional community on the foundation of lies. How do you apply this? Here is your 4-step checklist. First, define your rule. Second, imagine a world where everyone follows that rule. Third, check for logical contradictions. And finally, if it passes, act on your duty, even if it costs you a promotion or a profit. It's about doing the right thing, simply because it's right. Now, Kant is famous for being strict. Take the inquiry murderer scenario. If a killer asks you where is your friend is, Kant suggests that you still cannot lie. Why? Because once you start making exceptions, saying it's okay to lie for a good cause, you destroy the universal value of truth. You cannot control the consequences of a lie, but you can control your own integrity. I will leave you with this famous quote from Kant. He was constantly in awe of the moral law with us. In our careers, the pressure to cut corners is real, but remember, professional integrity isn't about the result of the project. It's about the character of the professional. Integrity is a command, not a choice. Thank you so much for your time today. I hope this gives you a new perspective on why telling the truth matters so much in our workplace.